It's week 9 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders' leader at quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Commanders and the Falcons on Sunday Night Primetime.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with
the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
he threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Commanders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken inside his own 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
That is caught. He's got streets. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Washington offense going back to work. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 8 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
To number 87. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 4.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This one he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
In motion left is a running back.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on third down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now for the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you...
And it's a fumble, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now. Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. He'll get it inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Back to throw.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And 5 at the Commanders' 28-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Yates. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Evades him at the 10. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
15. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Kyle Pitts. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is taken at the 15. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 40 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll look to throw again, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
2nd and 11. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense back out there. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Atlanta, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the